I'm more than ready, sir. Proceed.
It is 5:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 8/28/2025. I'm going to be Captain Brian Knott, Blaine County Sheriff's Office. At this time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and not for an attorney. One will be provided for you by the state if one is available. Understand your rights as they've been read to you today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Mason, I got interrupted while watching the survival interviews, auditions. Because of you?
Because of me.
That's right. Not a big fan of coming down here into the city where all the smog is.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, sir.
Very dangerous down here. Can't turn a damn corner without seeing someone flagged up asking you, what the fuck are you doing here, pig? I'll look to the left and it'll be the apartments. Seems like no street is safe. For some reason, you've decided to come down here and participate. Embarrassing.
Participate. It's an interesting word, but okay.
You understand your rights there, Mr. Mason?
I absolutely do.
Do you wish to speak with me without an attorney?
That's right. I don't need
All
one.
right. Why you ruin our good reputation, Mr. Mason?
When you say our, do you mean us Northerners?
Blaine County.
I don't see this as a embarrassing moment for us Northerners, my friend. You see, we made a friend along the way. I think things got a little out of hand. And, things happen. What can you do, sir? What can you do?
You tell me what happened in your own words.
Sure. Let's see. We were in the city. I was having a hard time breathing for a bit there, kind of coughing up all the smog and all the smug in the air. Many extremely fast vehicles were flying by me at 200 miles an hour. I was quite nervous, sir. Haven't been in the city in a minute.
I understand.
I'm used to cruising, taking in the scenery around me, breathing in the fresh northern air. But as things happened, I went down to the city, happily, with two of my compadres. You want to take that, sir?
No, go ahead.
And, look, wanted to meet someone. We met them. They hopped in our vehicle, and we got to know them pretty well. Now, I don't know what happened along the way. I think maybe some of her friends were calling the police saying we took a hostage or something like that, something crazy. And we just decided, you know what? If you're going to treat me in this way, then I have the right to act this way, for you've already made up your mind about me.
I want you to repeat that for me. If I'm understanding you correctly, are you telling me you took someone hostage for the way that you were being treated?
No, sir, I took them hostage and then befriended them. And then when someone claimed I took them hostage, I started getting a little crazy. They started saying, what did the officer say? Pull over, or I'm gonna gun you down like the dog you are. I thought, well, that's interesting. And then when I hop out of the vehicle, and everyone's got guns out, sir. We're over at the the courthouse parking lot. We got the sweet lady, the sweet, sweet woman. And we tell her, you're going to be okay. These police officers, they care about you. They care about you. You're going to be okay. We care about you. You see, one officer ran upstairs. Combat rolled. We said, sir, get back down with your platoon. He said, fuck you.
God damn it.
We said, sir, we want to communicate. He said, I don't give a fuck. You're too pussy to do shit. You get that treatment, sir? You get that kind of talk to you often?
I'm not a big fan of speaking to civilians, regardless of what their background might be, in any kind of inappropriate fashion. Everyone has a opportunity to change. Everyone, and that includes in the moment. That's why we are and should be trained in de-escalation. Now, that's not to say the voices should not be raised in order to make a very commanding demand for lawful order. Mr. Mason.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you very straightly here.
Yes, please do.
Why did you shoot at law enforcement today?
Well, it's quite simple, really. The man upstairs screamed, shut your bitch ass up. You won't do shit. I thought about it. I thought, you know what? He can't be right today, can he? He can't be right today. So I aimed my weapon at his compadre, and I opened fire. And I would have got that fucking Kuti too. But he was too quick, too elusive. I could not get him in time.
Was that a reaction to the statement that was made?
It was, sir.
You know, Mr. Mason, you remember when I pulled you over a couple weeks back? It's been about 2 weeks now. Foraging through the vineyard.
Oh, the vineyard. Oh, yeah, it almost slipped my mind, sir. Yes, I do remember this quite fondly.
When I spoke to you and Luciano, who was also arrested today, you made it a point to note, alongside many others that weren't present there over the days afterwards, that y'all living in that community in New Babylon are attempting to get away from the rest of society and live your lives. And it was made rather clear that you had no intentions to, you had intentions to kind of keep amongst yourselves. But today, not only have you left that community, but you left this county, came into Los Santos County, and took out 2 law enforcement officers.
That's right.
So what am I supposed to believe now? And just to be clear, I ain't planning to paint all of y'all with one brush. That wouldn't be appropriate. But it does make me question your intentions. And what your intentions are going forward. Because today was a kidnapping. Today it was shooting of law enforcement. What's going to happen tomorrow? And I want you, Mr. Mason, to tell me, what the fuck is going on? And is this a you thing? A couple of you thing? Or are we going to be expecting more of these incidents?
Hmm. Each person's going to do what they want, sir. You know this. I do not have control over any one person besides myself. Now,
I agree with that.
Will bring us to the promised land. And who am I to not bring the paradise to Shai Hulud?
Paradise meaning what exactly?
The green paradise, sir. Don't act like you're not familiar.
I am.
You've seen it too.
Are you talking about that location by the sheriff's office?
I do not know what you are talking about, sir.
I've heard this name before. Coming from Mr. Lang Buddha. When he was hopped up on mushrooms or whatever the fuck hallucinogenics he was on. But I can't say I know particularly what you're referring to. Maybe you think I know more than I do. But
That's quite all right, sir.
It still begs a question there, Mr. Mason. Everyone does make their own individual choices. But it almost seems like you're going against the very nature of what you have presented New Babylon to be. If you're looking to leave society, keep among yourselves, and I even understandably protect yourselves, why come down here and act like any other savage with a goddamn flag on their face?
It's a fair question, sir. I can understand your line of thinking, the way we spoke at that vineyard. But drastic changes can be made overnight.
Are you afraid?
I have nothing to be afraid of, sir. Nothing.
I'd be afraid if I had helicopters over me, opening fire.
And that's why you are not at New Babylon, sir. You could not handle what we go through.
If you think I haven't handled worse, you must not know me. And I'll tell you one thing, is I know that at least a little bit inside, you would be scared.
Most would be dumb not to be. But that's what separates us. I've been through enough, sir.
You just implied that you're dumb there, Mr. Mason. But I know that that's probably not what you meant to say. I think you're trying to say that you're fearless. Is that accurate?
Do not put words in my mouth, sir. I am both of those things.
Fearless and dumb?
Yes. The perfect combination, sir.
Understandable.
Fear is the mind killer.
Let me ask you. What changed in the last 2 weeks? Because once again, 2 weeks ago, you were so fearful of what a traffic stop and being found with a handful of olives, you shoved it up your ass. And today, you're shooting cops. A week and a half ago, myself and the sheriff witnessed Hawley pull out a musket. 3 or
What did you
4
do?
swaps later, he decided to dump it in the water, only for me to have found it alongside my other deputies. I see that as fair, Mr. Mason. But all of a sudden, it seems like for you, that fear is starting to disappear. Alongside Luciano and Speedy today. How are the others in New Babylon going to feel about that?
They'll be all right. They'll understand. We're all on the same page, all of us.
And what if your actions tomorrow lead to consequences for them all? I'm not talking about charges, but if you do live together, you do bring hate to all of y'all.
So be it.
Well then. Mr. Mason, your weapon comes back to what is observed to have been 16 to 19 firearms, similar in caliber to that of a musket and one other weapon we have yet to recover.
Mm.
Your gun
Can
today
you repeat
comes...
that?
Sure. Over
I
at
believe the
Grapeseed,
number.
there's
Yes,
16
continue.
to 19 unique muskets and one other long barrel rifle that was fired over at Grapeseed.
Mm.
Your musket being one of them, Hawley's being the other.
I see. You may continue. I'm following now. Thank you. Like I said, fearless and dumb.
In fact, Speedy's weapon comes back to a firing earlier today over at the very location I brought Mr. Langbuddha while he was on his little trip of his, talking about the Shah Halud or whatever. Sand
That's right.
penis.
This is the way, the maker. Ikwazat Harach.
I don't speak Babylonian. You're going to have to translate for me.
It's a lot. You must believe in the way. You must be the way. For this is the only way.
The olives. Is that a part of your ritual or was that fair?
That was a social experiment.
You're still in the process of leaving all the ways behind, I take it.
Yes, of course.
And these muskets, why do you need them?
Why does anyone need them? To use them.
You know, up until yesterday, I'd convinced myself, maybe foolishly, that they'd be used for game, deers, etc. But today you've gone ahead and decided to use it on law enforcement. Do you have a gun license there?
Fuck no.
Hunting license?
I highly doubt it.
And so where the hell did 16 muskets come from?
I couldn't tell you that, sir, for I do not know.
Did you wake up in the morning, find it in your asshole, pull it out? Come on, Mr. Mason. I ain't stupid.
Well, it sounds like you know, so enlighten me. Maybe you could teach me something.
Well, you had it, didn't you?
The olives?
No, the rifle.
Oh. Yes, I did.
Where'd you get it from?
I don't know.
Okay, I understand. You know, I appreciate the response. A lot of times these dumb fucks will say, you know, I found it on the ground. I found it in a dumpster. Fucking boring.
I'm glad I don't know could suffice, sir.
Well, you know, that's a lot more reasonable than giving me an idiotic explanation. Give me a second as I just kind of read through this. You mentioned earlier that you took a hostage because you tried to make him your friend. Is that correct?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Could
It
you
ended up being our friend.
could you explain that to me?
Well, you see, I needed a lockpick. So the plan was to get this lady who was selling lockpicks and then just rob her. And then I was thinking, well, we might as well just keep her hostage. And then we started talking to her, and she's pretty cool. Her friends, I believe, were following her, calling the police, informing our whereabouts. After that, I attempted to talk to the police. It quickly escalated, and then it escalated even more to where we are now.
But you took her hostage against her will. What were you
This is
expecting?
correct.
Claiming afterwards she turned out to be your friend becomes irrelevant at that point.
Oh, trust me, I understand that, sir, but what was done was done.
Who speaks on behalf of your community?
I don't follow.
Who speaks on behalf of your community?
You just repeated the same thing. I think everyone does, sir. Whoever's in the community speaks.
Well, we
in the
know
community.
that's not to be true. That's not true because I've heard directly from Mr. Alfonso Sebastian that he does speak on behalf of y'all.
That he does?
That is correct. Is he lying to me?
No, he is also a part of the community, so I would say yes.
On
what he
behalf
says is
of
truthful.
representation. Speaker for.
If we're talking legal terms, sir, if we had to nominate one person to speak, I would not be surprised if it was him. Now, anyone can speak on behalf of the community, though. There's not one person who can only speak to outside people. That's why I'm here now, speaking to you. Even if we are both from, or currently reside in, Blaine County.
So if I'm understanding correctly, Mr. Mason, each and every individual within New Babylon speaks for themselves, and there is no speaker for the all. Every decision is democratic. I misunderstand.
I think that's a bit of a reach from what I just explained very clearly.
Well, let me make this a little bit more clear. Let's say you wanted to, I don't know, start building a structure beyond what was the lost compound. 2 garages, hangars, and a dock. Is that an individual decision, or is that a collective decision, or is it a decision made by representatives?
You see, when you see the Maker, when you see Shai Halud, you may feel as though You are speaking for yourself, but you are speaking on behalf of a people. You are no longer yourself, sir. There's more at stake.
I think I'm beginning to understand. Mr. Mason, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
Sure.
There is a part of me that wants to believe you, but there's another part of me that believes that you're just at that same tier as Mr. Hawley, Mr. Luciano, and perhaps even Arush Patel Santana.
Sure.
What I will do is have a speaking to Mr. Alfonso to confirm this. I'm going to tell you my intention, right?
Sure.
Mr. Mason.
I appreciate that.
I have no reason to not treat you separately, individually, given the size of your community. However, at the same time, when there comes to discussions with your community, having the lack of a representative makes things a little bit difficult.
Sure, I can see that.
Agreements, decisions,
one person
and
to
otherwise.
speak to. A way to move
one
forward.
or a few, whatever it may be.
I understand your point. And if you want to seek out someone like that, I can find the person to speak to. But I do believe the man you're speaking to, Alfonso Sebastian, would be a great candidate for that. I believe he represents what we want and who we are.
And what about Eliza? I find her to
she's
be
right up there as well.
Very good. I find her a little easier to speak with.
Sure,
I do not need to walk away in fear that I say one thing and, well, you end up with a bastard child on the other end.
Yeah, misconstrued into many other. Yeah, it's like they've made up their mind about you, and they know how the conversation's going to go before you're going to walk in.
Mr. Mason.
Oh, that also works.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I got today. Do you have any for me?
This mask that you're wearing. I can assume why you're wearing it, and I applaud you for that. I must ask, what is it made out of?
It's from Amazon.
Fuck. Do you know... Never mind. Are you feeling better? I've heard on 2 occasions now that you need Babylonian blood to feel better, to thrive, to survive some sort of horrific accident that happened. You look good now.
I don't really know the particulars myself. I believe the doctor on 2 occasions where I was fatally wounded. I believe that it was his recommendation. Reasons which he won't tell me.
Odd. Quite odd.
But I am willing to tell you this. It was relayed to me that there was an attempt to move my dying body. And I believe Mr. Blaine had said, "Impeach me, bitch." To which they didn't retaliate. But I wish I had all the answers there, Mr. Mason, but
yes,
an unconscious
man quite
curious. Can't really know what's happening around him.
Sure. That's understandable. It's good to see you in better health.
Well, Mr. Mason, I'm going to end the recording here at 6:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be right back.
Thank you, sir.
What the fuck? They're fucking talking to some So here's the thing, right? Alfonso made it rather clear that he was one of the representatives. I think Clark probably does not know that he has permission to say as much. That's where I'm sort of leaning on, but I do want to follow up with Mr. Sebastian because I see this one of two ways. The first path is they are collectively aware of these muskets and are collectively, in part, in possession of them. Now, I'm not on any kind of like crusade to take them all or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a damn musket, and we got Faceless and Darkstone and fucking, all this other shit happening around. I mean, like every 3 hours we got a fucking gang related shooting. What the fuck are we gonna do with a bunch of pioneers? I guess like I don't even think they've advanced to like the Minutemen. You know what I mean? Like from the 1700s. They're like, if you ever play that game Rust, like this is the story before you even start with the rock and get landed on the island.
Well, this is like, when you play Civ 6 and you're like still scouting with like your tiny village and then you're surrounded by people with tanks.
Exactly. But it is interesting because this is now the third occurrence of. So Speedy's weapon, and I think it's just poor timing, may have created an incident coming back to. So Speedy's gun was clean, but Maeve, I guess, like just threw up a report in which his gun was fired in a separate occasion. Now we got Speedy, we got Clark Mason, we got Paul Lidd, 3 individuals that are a part of New Babylon. This sort of indicates a primary source. I mean, not that, there's a bit of a pattern here, and it is something to keep an eye on. But I think that we as a department should at least, I would like to know, how do I put this? I personally would like to know if this is encouraged behavior by a collective, a known sort of situation by the collective, or they sort of denounce this. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like I would approach this very differently depending on what that is.
I think McNulty might know.
I'd like to hear directly from the source. Yeah, just to avoid any potential.
No, I just meant like, could he steer us in the right direction?
Oh, true. Oh, who is this processing officer? Was that you, Bilby?
Yeah, that's me.
You're the processing officer?
Yeah.
Good, fine. Who did they kidnap? Do you know?
Jack Corrigan. I don't know what the reason was, but they pulled up an off-roader, pointed guns at me, told me to get in the vehicle. They drove to a 24/7 on Clinton and went inside. However, they came out quickly saying the place had already been robbed. Interesting.
Yeah, wait. They went into a 24/7 and said it was already robbed.
The individual introduced himself as Speedy, was complaining about criminals in the city. Speedy then asked me where other stores were, and then there's a store on Innocence. That's when the 4x4 spotted us, pulled the vehicle over. My friends also pulled up and told the cops that I was a hostage. However, one of them pointed a gun at me and told me to say I was not a hostage and was fine, or they would shoot me. I complied and told the officers I was fine. However, the officer told them all to get out of the vehicle. They took off and drove us here, garage next to the courthouse. Speedy then told me if shooting starts to run away, and that's what I did.
Okay. So I mean, it sounded like they wanted to rob a 24/7. Probably wanted food and shit, and they took what they could and did what they did. Okay. Is there anything y'all want to ask him before we send him off?
I don't think so.
Okay. I will put this recording on here.
Do you want me to charge it with, what would you like in terms of the criminal? Was it the projectiles and cases found at the airfield? Do you want me to put criminal use or?
Yeah, do criminal use for that one.
Okay.
I don't think that scene's going to materialize into something bigger. I think it's just kind of like a canvas, I guess. I would say whatever you yourself believe he should be charged with.
I'd say criminal use because well, he doesn't have a weapons license.
What the
and,
fuck? They took down 5 cops?
They took down 2, but 3 were shot at.
Wait, with that
I got
fucking pea shooter fucking
Yeah, with the
musket they
musket.
got?
Yeah, they
Jesus
almost,
Christ.
Yep.
Who
Thing
the
is
fuck's
hard-
wielding that gun? Fucking Hawkeye?
It takes,
Like, how the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't one of us. We got
Yeah,
proper
fuck,
training
no, it
right
wasn't.
now.
One of these fucking small. They can use the small.
Every
They
single
can
person
use
that got
the
shot was
smog
LSPD.
heads for fucking target practice. all
No,
the
we
fuck they
can't
want.
say that.
Oh.
No, I just meant like, we probably rolled and dodged, you know what I mean? And recognized it was a musket. We're like, all right, wait until they
Oh, yeah,
load
that's
up
what
and
I
then
meant,
roll
too.
out. All right. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
That's
Builder.
what
Oh my
I was
God.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides criminal use, I think that's it. There's nothing I would. There's nothing I can think of wanting to ask, but
I'd say go and charge them as we normally would. We'll make note of these incidents such that if a pattern begins to sort of arise, and depending on, I think,
do I have to? Do I have to get him in the processing cell, or am I good to like?
No,
go
you can
into
do it
the
right here.
interrogation and- Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
right here is good.
Yeah, by the time I arrived, like, it was already code 4, but like, I guess 5 got shot. Alright, I'll go process him then.
All
you
right.
sent my high command report real quick. Does that make sense? It's the time trial chips. Just how we're gonna audit them.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Real quick, let me check how much. Let me do a rough estimate. Able to stand up real
Hey,
quick?
you might need to get him
course,
to
sir.
cough.
Do I? Got it.
You mind coughing for us there, Mr. Mason?
Would you like me to cough on you, sir?
No, just away from me.
Am I? Is this
We need to make sure you ain't got nothing else.
Cause I got nothing in my ass, man.
All right.
I got nothing in my ass. Come
You
on.
know,
Oh, we
you've been very.
in your ass, Clark.
I don't got shit. I only got shit in my ass, actually.
All right.
I
You
got
know,
a shit.
You've been very forthcoming. I'll take your word for it this time.
Does it
Thank
make
you,
sense?
sir. Sir, do you think there's something in my ass?
Yo, I'm so glad it was
Is my
Clark
face getting red and or purple?
that had
and/or
the
blue?
hot gun.
No, I
That
think
was
you're fine. Look,
that was really. I hope you enjoyed that interrogation.
I trust that you.
I feel like it really sat.
I heard this guy
Hey,
can
really
put
cool.
a
I
Come
don't
carrot
have a
on.
musket in
stem.
my ass. If
He
you
can
think
tie
I
a
have a
carrot
musket in my
stem
ass,
into a fucking knot with his ass.
That went off. That,
you want to see my ass, sir?
Fuck.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I
Okay.
trust you, okay?
All right, thank you.
If you are hiding something in there, I will, I will get reprimanded. I'll get punished, and I will take the punishment.
I'm not hiding anything in my ass, sir.
Just-
Not this time. I mean, I've never done that.
That is exactly what someone with something filled up his ass would say. I might go
No,
check.
I said I've never done
Yeah.
that, sir.
I got to
What
do
were you
my
gonna
due
say?
diligence.
I mean, if you
so
gotta.
The charges, as follows.
Don't know if you should.
I did run your musket.
Kinda feel
through
like
a
CO
ballistic test.
COC's
It does
drop.
come positive
Yeah,
for
I
one
guess.
incident in which it
And
was
Milcom the
fired.
fuckmaster will be all up in my ass if I do that.
Of a
Yeah,
firearm.
he will be.
It'll be 25 months and a $5,000 fine for that instance. How would you like to plead it?
Guilty.
Guilty? Okay. Now, for the main incident, we have possession of a tempered firearm. Again, officers were not sure what class it would be, so we are charging it as Class 1. At a later date, if it becomes a higher class, that will, that's when it'll start getting charged as that, but for now, we don't know. So it's going to be possession of a tempered firearm. It's going to be 5 times accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee, as well as accomplice to 1 times kidnapping. So the total sentence for that is going to be 218 months and a $37,000 fine. How would you like to play?
Guilty.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to fine you for the maid incident. Now it's going to be $37,000. The secondary incident is going to be a $5,000 fine. That's the fines taken care of. Let me do the math real quick. For guilty plea, take 20% off. 218 plus 25.
I don't know how you two can breathe this air without coughing.
You're pretty much.
It does my head in.
You have been in.
What?
I'm saying I don't know how you two can take in this air down here.
Problem is, when I moved to the Blaine County, I quit smoking. So while my lungs have recovered, when I'm in the
Thank
city,
you.
they're back at where they
Thank you for
were.
letting
You
me
know,
walk to the cells. I appreciate
I'm used to it.
that. Back to jail.
I've been eating that chewing tobacco.
Thank you, Bilbo. You take care.
Understandable.
Hold that ring tight.
Hold that ring tight. Jesus. I wonder what
Did
they're
he
making
say
that
hold
man
that-
do.
Did he say hold that ring tight, or did I just imagine that?
No, he said it.
Oh, he said it.
Okay. Yeah, there was a bit of a discussion of what the muskets should be charged.
No, I
as, if
agree.
they were class 1 or class 3. Until I guess we get told it's a class 3, and if it does, I just charge it as a tempered fire up because I could even find a serial on the side. So.
I
Have you
think
shot it?
I have.
Yeah.
I don't know about the distance, but it's a very quick fire.
Yeah.
Firearms are quick, but that's quick.
Okay.
God
God damn.
I do think
Might
getting
need like a temper class 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So we sent it to the lab, but I think the lab technician forgot. What we need, actually, I'm glad this topic's coming up. The weapon legislation actually complete fucking dog shit.
It is, yeah. They're trying to work on it again.
The problem is for me is if someone from the manor was running at me with a knife, or Barrick Johnson was running at me with a musket, and I had to choose a direction to run in, I'd run at Barrick with a musket.
Well, that's because he can't fire it, right?
You know, there's something that RGB.
Oh yeah, he can't even load it. He got one arm.
I can't even hold it to fire it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
He
he
really shit.
what's he gonna hit you with it over the head?
What the? He would literally have to hit it against his like hip or his leg for it to fire. Maybe.
No, I don't think he can. Like, that's a long fucking rifle. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to hold that like a fucking extra double long nose fucking pistol or some shit. And then the recoil gonna blow his other arm off. Then he's gonna have no fucking arms. Then what's he gonna do? He ain't gonna do shit. Tell you that. Knock, knock.
So outside of
You
like,
didn't say who's there. It's a joke.
it's hard enough as it is for us to give feedback on our weapons, and outside of us like shooting people with these things, which I don't think at all we should be doing.
I did that.
I don't know if it's.
Rhodes said it was fine for us to shoot Bjorn's fridge because technically we're only shooting a fridge. It penetrated the fridge and it really fucking hurt Bjorn.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if there's something we'd want to bring up though. You know what I mean?
Oh, not in court. Hell
Yeah,
no.
that's what I'm saying.
Fucking hell no.
If I hit up that lab technician again, in terms of like caliber and all those kind of things, you know, the guy in the back.
I mean, technically, the differentiation from the hunting rifle to the musket is we know the musket holds 5.56. Now, that's a high caliber round. The hunting rifle holds a little like fucking .22, you know? So the ammunition difference is big, and 5.56 is quite clearly dangerous and a lethal round.
That's exactly why I want to be sure, because muskets don't shoot those.
Well, it's not a musket then. It must be like a fucking Mosin.
Yeah,
Muskets
yeah,
usually
I don't.
They shoot like, I'm gonna be
Look,
honest, it's like kind of like pellets.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is like there's a lot that we might be seeing that I'd like to get clarity on. So
I think they've gaslit us into us thinking they muskets, but they fucking Mosin.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's a Mosin. You know what I mean? But is it a Mosin? I don't know.
Did a lot of fucking damage when they done threw one at my fucking. You know what I'm talking about.
So what I was trying to drive at is I could hit that, the lab again to get clarity. And Steve, you mentioned that they're reworking the weapon stuff.
Yeah, I got a call from Falconer, and he wanted me to like look between how many people got like arrested with the class 1 and class 2 at the same time. But then there was like, and he's like, I want it in a 2-week period, and there was like 400 reports. So I handed it off to Erin and to give to a baby detective, and I didn't hear anything since. But he was like, he was telling me it's because they want to rewrite how the firearm everything works, because apparently, as you said, it's dog shit and the charges are pretty crap.
Yeah, it literally, like, if we went like to weapon and driver's license legislation, there ain't anything in here like proper.
Well, Nikki was looking earlier, and she was like, we don't actually have a definition for what a class 1 is.
Exactly that.
I thought the separation between a class 1 and a class 2 was literally the
it's automatic nature.
The RPM. Yeah.
Which is why it would be a class 1. Class 3 is only heavy machine guns, fully automatic weapon with a magazine larger than 61. Right?
You know what's interesting about the
or
class 2,
any weapon with explosive projectiles, or any high caliber precision weapon that can shoot extended distances. So that's sort of the issue here, right? Is Article 8D2 indicates that this is either class 1 on one extreme or on the other extreme of class 3. So,
if it's a Mosin, I mean, they are long distance rifles, so it's going to be fucking, and it can shoot over a long distance. And also, the way that they shoot these things is by they fucking pour little packets of fucking gunpowder down the fucking rifle neck, and then shoot that some bitch.
And shoot it.
So, I mean, technically, it's like a class 2.5, I guess.
I do think the class 2 needs to be like a little bit amended, because RGB said something. I don't know if it was like taken to court and it was found like this, or RGB thought about it and he was completely right. If a criminal
this is
class 2 training.
This is something
TRT, like I'm TRT. I would tell people
we need OOC clarity on.
Take an M4, you take a DX15,
and or alternatively, this entire thing needs to be rewritten and then placed
from us, and it's a DX15. They're technically going to get charged with.
Because the thing is, there is class 1, 2, and 3 is so extremely vague, and this shit's like old as fuck.
Semi-automatic.
This is over a year old.
Can't fire it automatically.
So,
but we can't use a DX15 when it comes to class 1 shootouts. You know what I mean? So that's it.
I mean, at the end of it, keep in mind that this legislation looks like it was written like way the fuck long ago, when there was only pistols and probably one automatic.
It was
now due to
amended last year,
exactly that. And so, like, I think genuinely speaking, like, some of these things just got to get fixed. Like, I mean, even this class 3 definition, the way it's written, it's only machine guns and fully automatic weapons. And then if it's got a subclause I and 2, those are irrelevant. This is actually, this doesn't even logically make sense the way it's written.
And the thing is, it's like, again, with the class 3 thing, it says shooting a high caliber round, right?
Yeah.
A Desert Eagle shoots a 50 caliber round. They don't really get much higher than that. And secondly, how is a MP5, for example, a class 2, but a sweeper semi-automatic fucking shotgun is a class 1? Like it.
Wait, what? Wait.
Well,
whoa, where?
No, it's not legally, but under those definitions, a shotgun would be a class 1, no?
No. Class 1 is non-automatic. Class 2 is full automatic.
Yeah, and shotguns aren't automatic.
No, so in the class 2 charge, it's It's for automatic weapons and shotguns.
Wait, are
So-
the shotguns
that's-
not auto?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
no, they're
are.
not auto. No, they're not.
Some of
What?
They've
them
got pump
are.
shotguns. So
Some of them are, some of
technically,
them aren't. A sweeper, you can.
Yeah,
hold on to the
sweeper's
trigger and throw
automatic.
Fire.
Is it not?
it's semi.
it
Like you
should.
have to keep pulling the trigger.
Oh,
It's
really?
not like you can't hold it down.
Oh,
And then technically,
oh
a
my
pump shotgun-
god!
So we're charging people, but under legislation, we're technically charging them wrong. Like
That's 'cause,
that charge isn't backed by legislation.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
'cause the-
But don't
yeah,
say that
'cause-
out loud and will it into existence, please.
Wait,
Well, no,
wait. We
need to-
might
we need to
have.
fix that shit.
We may have
We
a
do,
way
yeah.
out. No. We're good. We're good because there is still the penal code legislation in which it defines class 2 as being any shotgun or automatic firearm or any defined in the weapons. Okay, so the weapons and driver's license is like a general legislation, but then there's the specific ones. So no, that does look like it's right.
Okay.
Regardless, it's got to get cleaned. It's just
It does.
a bit confusing. That's it. And transparently, like there ain't no reason why we wouldn't be able to just add new shit under the appropriate class as we go. You know, we discover something, we test it, you know, have the lab run diagnosis, and then in 3 days it would become illegal, just like we do drugs. I mean, that seems like a better approach, anyways.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that sounds good. And you've sent this musket to the lab, you say?
I did. I'm gonna bump the lab again. You know what I mean? I think the guy may have fell asleep.
I don't know if I'm being dumb. Where's the lab?
All right, I'll see you guys
Is
back
it-
up north.
Wait. No, is it in Denmark?
Oh, you have a good.
Yeah, is it in Denmark, like
Is
a
it in
Danish
Denmark?
lab?
Because if it's a Danish lab, you might not be getting a response for a bit.
No, it's you know, hey, we hiring any administrators right now by any chance? Might need one in shift 2.
I'm just a little
yeah.
guy. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'll go.
I'm trying to,
you know,
I'm trying
I'm
to hire
speaking to-
myself a
I got one. I
assistant.
got you know. Sometimes I like to, you know, sit on a stone and meditate. To look, it depends. There's different lab technicians. Kind of depends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But you know,
Yeah, I know a few.
you know, like sometimes.
So go on, say it. Get it out.
Danish, sometimes, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm working with an Australian technician.
Sometimes they're Australian. Oh,
Yeah.